opening script. However, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
A gain of a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater, and he whips that one incomplete there. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The connection there, Bridgewater to Samuel for a Panther first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 9-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 5. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. 5th in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 62 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons.
Ryan's pass.
Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 20.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well. Grady Jarrett on the tackle there. Remember how he emerged in the Super Bowl against New England? Continues to step his play up. Was a Pro Bowler for the first time after 2019.
Bridgewater now from the 50. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. A 1st down carry for Davis. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Tyler Davison on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass incomplete. Out of the end zone. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
That's the end of the 1st quarter.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it?
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Man open, that's Chester Rogers. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
An 8-yard pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action now. Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Complete.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Goal, Atlanta.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 29, Bridgewater. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense. What you talking about, Rep?
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Bridgewater gets this complete to Samuel. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
17. Falcons, 14.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Joey Sly to kick off.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He gives to Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
Complete to
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
first down.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown.
Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Cooper on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
At the 34-yard
To throw on 2nd and 6. Bridgewater. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore.
Bridgewater's pass.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down right.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Gain on the play. Brings up.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that will be incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass intended for.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
At their own
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. There's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On the carry, here's Smith. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives that ended touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is unbelievable.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Cooper on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. As far as the early games go on Sunday, we'll have our eye on Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A big one for the Chiefs as they'll square off against the New York Jets. In the late afternoon games, one of the best of the bunch will be at Soldier Field in Chicago, where it'll be the Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. And then on Sunday night, the national audience in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. In our game, it was the former MVP, Matt Ryan, with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. A slant to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Gain of 22 yards.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Ryan going to get this complete to Hurst. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
19 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. K1 short. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Intended for Chase.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
McCaffrey following the penalty. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result?
On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Bridgewater able to get this complete to Anderson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Good for a Carolina.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
The tackle made.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on it and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And Jones has it over the middle.
Ryan's pass.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First down, Atlanta.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And I think the ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Taken in the end zone. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25.
At their own 25.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Sliding out of the pocket. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Waters pass.
Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
By Deion Jones.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Bridgewater's.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Throwing is Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
At the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. So they get the score still down. The bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
And this is back to a 5-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football. There's a nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
Yeah, it's been a big highlight day for him. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the...
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
That's good for a Carolina.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. That makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Carolina. 47 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of
definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. Four fingers. What does that
four
mean?
Fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
A second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we'll again see Calvin Ridley in the Falcon offense. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good, too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 50-yard line.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And the Falcon first down.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Early on first down with no blocking help there as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1. Clock running and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown.
Number 18,
Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Here's Ryan, and he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. So after he looked really good early, they haven't been able to find the big tight end as much. What gives?
Well, sometimes that's not in the game plan defensively. They're trying to take away other people, or they weren't expecting him to get off to such a hot start. But now, they know he's out there. They've made a few adjustments, surrounded him with a few more people, a few different coverages. Let's see if he makes the adjustments now. Does he change up a few things to try and work his way open?
6-yard line.
Back to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He's going to let it. That's caught inside the 20.
That's good.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey in the final minute. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw, and it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Matt Ryan of the offense, down by 1. A little over 30 seconds remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Ryan's pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Falcons.
Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Ryan's pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Trey Boston.
Play action, Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And 10 yards to go.
One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Tonight's Final score.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Carolina, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.